Alright, today I'm going to show you a arc warlock build focused around Crown of Tempest. So first starting with the subclass, going to use Storm Trance, Healing Rift, Burst Glide. I use Ball Lightning, but either one really works. I just prefer Ball Lightning. I use the Arc Bolt Grenade, and then the aspects use Electrostatic to get the Ionic Traces, and Arc Soul, because Arc Soul is amazing. I use Spark of Feedback mainly for the plus 10 of resilience. The perk of it is doing a little bit more melee damage after taking damage, which can happen often, but it's not really needed. Spark of Ions, so that anytime we defeat a jolted target, it creates an Ionic Trace. Spark of Shock to make our Arc Bolt do jolt to enemies. And Discharge to make our arc weapons have a chance to create a Ionic Trace. I use the Arc Bolt just because of its chaining potential with Ad Clear, which is really what this build is focused around, but you could switch it out for any of the others. It also has the lowest cooldown, which is nice. So to the weapons, the big one is just making sure you have some sort of weapon that can do Volt Shot. So I use Ikelos, but you could use, Bergeron's Law or whatever arc weapon you have that does Volt Shot. I pair it with Witherhoard and Hothead, but it does not really matter what you pair it with. Now onto the stats. I really don't need to focus on my arc abilities because of Crown of Tempest. Now I do want a decently high discipline, just so I can get that recharge rate a little bit faster on the grenade. But I'll show you why I don't really focus too much on this and instead just focus on my recovery and my resilience. So for the mods, I almost always use a heavy ammo finder, and in this case, because we're using Harmonic Siphon to get that arc 5 weapon kills, create an orb of power, I just throw on Scout. Now if you use Witherhoard more for Ad Clear, you could throw on Kinetic Siphon. Me personally, I use it more for tick damage, so I'm not too focused on it. For the arms, I focus on my grenade, getting those orbs of power, and a grenade kickstart. You could flip it out for melee, or if you wanted to throw in a reload mod, that would work too. For the armor, I just spec it out with resist mods for now, just because I needed that recovery. But if you can fill in one of these spots with charged up, that is actually a lot better to do, and then just run 2 resist mods. Charge up is really, really good, giving you that extra armor charge. Now on to the boots. You want to first have an arc weapon surge, especially in this case with me running Hothead. That's really going to help me get that damage buff on those. I run recuperation to get health every time I pick up an orb, and then restoration just to help pick up that least charged ability a little bit more. If you have the space, you could go absolution just to help increase all of them, or you could flop it out with one of the other one spot perks. On the class item, I just use Utility Kickstart and Reaper, kind of basic there, but essentially every time we proc our class item, we will get an orb on that next kill. Now, Crown of Tempest, this states that Arc ability and Jolt Final Blows will increase the recharge rate of your Arc abilities and extend the duration of Storm Trance, which the Arc abilities recharge rate is why I'm not too focused on getting my discipline up. Real quick, we'll run through this Lost Sector, and I'll kind of show you the gameplay loop and, the reason why I have the build set up the way I do. Alright, so the great thing about this is all I need to do is get 1 kill, and then reload, and immediately just start spraying now that I got Volt Shot procced. Alright. Come through here, and you can already see that conduction is charged up pretty good, so now I can throw this. You see how quickly I'm getting my grenade back already, which is partially why I don't need to use high discipline. Proc that Arc Soul just to get a little bit more help. Again, with Volt Shot, you just want to keep reloading anytime you get a kill. That way you can keep proccing it as much as you can. Throw my grenade here. You can see we already are really close to getting it back. And there it is. Now the super, what's great about this is it lasts a long time with this. I can just sit here at this door and just continuously farm these ads as they're spawning, not even give them a chance. So it's great ad clear build. Really can be used in any level of content. Now this is the weakest part of the build, which is why I use Wither Horde and Hothead, is that boss damage. Everything else about this is built to just clear everything out in a room. And you can see all the ionic traces. That's also helping us get our abilities back quicker. And yeah, there we go. That's the Crown of Tempest build.